guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Teresa and I do videos based off of nursing school. This video I will be doing my second semester of nursing school, which is my second semester out of 5 that I just finished. My program is 5 semesters. It's a bachelor's program, and yeah, I just currently finished my second semester. My last video was like my first semester recap, and well, now I'm doing like my second semester recap. I did want to film more videos after the first one, like, you know, like more nursing content, but you know, I got a job, I started working, and I've never ever worked while being in school, and you know, like nursing school itself is hard. So adding a second semester, I mean, not a second semester, traumatized, a second stress to me, like it was just like more, and I didn't have time because I had school, I had work, I have to study, I had to fit in, you know, also like social life, like everything. It was just, I didn't film as I wanted to, but I promise this third semester I will try. I'm not gonna promise, but I will try my best to film, like, you know, like stuff you want to see. Like, I don't know if you want to see a day in the life of a nursing student. I don't know if you want to see like a week, or like, I don't know, or just like videos of like an actual like a journey as a, like what it really is like to be a nursing student. I'm going to try. I'm not gonna make any promises because I don't know how the semester is going to be, but I will try. Because that's what I really wanted to do this second semester. Like, I wanted to film more videos after the first one that I did, but it just didn't happen. Second, my mom's listening to music in the living room, you know, like Mexican parents. It's Christmas, so Merry Christmas. Today's Christmas. That's why I'm all like fixed up, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do the video. And you know, Mexicans, we kind of celebrate Christmas Eve more than we do the actual day of Christmas. So my mom has music in the back, don't mind it. But yeah, I will start now. So what do I say? So this semester, oh wait, before I start, I finally finished my study room. I promise I will show you what I did to it. I have a whole video of it, like how I transformed this room into my study room. And yeah, this is where I've been studying in this quarantine or online nursing school. So that video is also coming. But anyways, let's start. So this semester I took Med-Surg, Adult Health 1, Med-Surg 1. I took pharmacology, and I took my clinical or my practicum for Med-Surg 1. And then I took an elective, which was a nursing success, which was an easy class, which is an elective. They teach you strategies of what to do to be successful in nursing school. That's pretty much it. So I will say that the online is pretty, like, it's different. I feel like you don't have a lot of motivation, you know, like you're just like have to like be like, okay, I have school, because you're not physically going, like you're here, you're in your bed, you're in your house, you have distractions in your house. So I just feel like you really have to like set your mind like, I'm still in school. And I feel like I feel like what worked the best is to have a schedule. So like, especially since I worked, like I really had to have a schedule, like what I was gonna do that whole week. So if that whole week, so let's say next week I had a test, so I had to plan out every single day, literally from when I woke up to when I went to sleep, because it's like I have to study this day, then I have work. So I would have to like wake up early, do what I had to do, finish what I had to study, assignments, whatever it was, go to work, and then the next day I didn't have to work, so maybe I'll do more. And like I just had to really plan out my day or my week, I can say. And I feel like it was just about planning. Yeah, you know, okay, like 9 in the morning to 12 I have class, so I'm gonna be in class. Then after that, like I'm gonna study like this or this chapter, I'm gonna touch base on this because I don't understand it, then go to work, and so on. So I really had to like, I feel like not going physically to school puts you on like a schedule, like you feel like you're not in school but you are. So I really feel like planning out your week helps. So I'm gonna start with MedSurg. So for MedSurg, I think this is the book we used. Hell, nah, I'm just playing. Yeah, this is the book we used. As you can see, like I like highlighted all of it. But anyways, when I started second semester, everybody would talk super bad about MedSurg, and I was really scared of it. I was like traumatized. Like I was like, oh my god, like everybody says this class is the hardest. Like, what am I gonna do? Or like, you know, what's the grade I'm going to get or whatever. So I would say that the class, it's I feel like the content isn't as bad, and it's like actually really interesting because you actually learn of what you do as a nurse for that person that has that certain like you know, that your patient. You learn more what you do with your patient, and I really found that like this class really interesting, even though it was really hard. I feel like it was so interesting, like reading like, oh, like wow, so this is what I would do as a nurse to take care of this patient. So I really like that part of the class. I would say my teacher was very like, she was really fast, and yeah, she was like, you know, like in class I wouldn't be able to really like keep going with her because she was like going at it like so fast. So basically what I would do is, okay, so whatever she went over in lecture, I would make sure to read that out of the textbook. So like every single little thing she went over in lecture, I would read the textbook for that specific. I'm not going to say to read the entire book because that's not, or the entire chapter, because that's not going to help you. You have to focus on what the professor says and what the professor is teaching, because what they're teaching or what they're teaching based is what the test is going to be about. So like, let's say the chapter talks about like all these disease processes, how the nurse manages it, the symptoms, the diagnostic studies, everything. Like there's a lot of diseases, like a lot, and there's just so much that you cannot just learn. Like it's not like you can learn it, but you're not gonna be able to put everything that you read in your head before the test. Like no. So I would basically like, if my teacher specifically talked about this one diagnostic study, then I would read that out the textbook for that disease process. Or my teacher really touched base, like there's like this specific symptom that a patient's going to have with this disease, and I'll make sure to go and read the symptoms and see what that, like just based on whatever you're, or like the nursing management, what you do as a nurse, I will go and read that. So I'm not gonna say to read the entire book because it's not going to help. So whatever the professor's saying, whatever she was teaching, I will go back to this textbook and I will read it and make my own notes. And I would say for MedSurg, I feel like the most important things that I felt like when I would take the test, I feel like, well, my teacher would ask a lot about like signs and symptoms, and like what you did as a nurse. So like this textbook, like it'll give you the disease, and then it'll give you like the patho. So it's the whole disease. It starts with the disease, describes the disease, and then it'll give you the patho, it'll give you the signs and symptoms or clinical manifestations, the same thing. It'll give you the diagnostic studies, it'll give you what the doctor, or like all the interprofessional care, like everyone that collaborates, it will give you what everyone does, that such as like, you know, like the doctor, like nurse practitioners, the LVNs, what like the LVNs can do, like they'll put in pharmacology on there too, like what drugs will be prescribed. So it'll be like the collaborative care. And then at the end, the most important thing that you have to know, nursing management. Read that part word, that one, yeah, read it word for word. Well, that's at least what I did. So yeah, I really like that about this book. Like I said, it gives you the disease process, it gives you the section of patho, gives you the section of signs and symptoms, clinical manifestations, gives you the diagnostic studies they use to diagnose that disease, or and then after that it gives you the collaborative care or interprofessional care, how everyone collaborates to treat that patient. And then at the end, it gives you the nursing management. Please focus so much. I promise you, the test is a lot of what you would do as a nurse. You're gonna read a question, you're gonna be like, okay, like this patient, blah 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 blah. So what will you do as a nurse? And then that part, the nursing management part, is, I feel like, was the most important thing that you have to know, because I mean, you have to know everything, signs and symptoms, everything, but focus a lot on the nursing management. Like, that's what you have to know as a nurse, because you know, you're like, you have to learn how to take care of your patient. So that, yeah, I promise you, it's not as bad. It's not as bad as everyone makes it seem. Like, it's hard, but if you put the work in, you actually go to lectures, see what the teacher's saying, you go back, you read about what she teached, do your own notes, and then go back and make sure you review those notes before the test. Do a lot of practice questions, because practice questions is what makes you practice what you actually know. Okay, so for MedSearch, that's a book. Now let me tell you, you need to get this book. Like, if you don't have it, order it after this video. The NCLEX Saunders book. Oh my god, your Bible. Literally your Bible. That book, like, literally tells you straight to the point what you need to know. So if the person has, I don't know, glaucoma, person has whatever, you look in here for like the, I think it's called yeah, the, what's it called, adult client, how you take care of an adult client. That's like MedSearch. I promise you, has every, like, goes literally straight to the point. And it's like, you could read like all these pages in your textbook, and this will literally like be like one little like not one little paragraph, but it'll be like a little section about it. And it gives you the patho, it gives you the manifest, like the signs and symptoms they'll experience, it gives you the what you use. Sometimes it gives you, like, if it's really important, it gives you what you use to diagnose it. And then it gives you everything you have to do as a nurse, everything. And literally, like, goes straight to the point in such a condensed form, like a condensed form. So this right here, your Bible, get it. It's like everything on here is what you need to know. Everything you need to know. Now, another thing, I used my first test. I did not use Sarah Register RN's videos. Oh my god, I regret it, because my first test was my lowest grade. But all my other tests, I use Sarah Register RN's videos. She also goes straight to the point. Like, she's like this in your like video professor way, because she explains everything you need to know. And she's really straight to the point. She touches base on all the important things that you need to know about that disease process. So let's say you're learning about, this is how I studied. I'm going to tell you what I did exactly. So what I did, so I will go to lecture, right? Whatever the teacher or professor touched based on, I will like find that place in the textbook. But before reading the textbook, I will go on YouTube to look up Sarah's videos. And if she had like a video on that disease process, I would watch it before I even read the textbook. Watch the videos before you read the textbook, because sometimes I feel like you go and read the textbook and you can read it as many times, and sometimes you don't understand what it's saying. So I would first watch Sarah Register RN if she had the video, because sometimes she doesn't have like all the videos that you need, but most of the time she does. Like, she has everything. Like, there's nothing you cannot find in her channel. So I would go watch her before I even open the textbook. And then oh yeah, sorry, I kind of blanked out. Okay, so yeah, I would watch her YouTube video, and I wish I had I don't know if I don't have it, but I would basically like get a white blank piece of paper, and like put the disease in the middle and put like everything she talked about, like signs and symptoms, anything what should dress a nurse. I would put in a blank sheet of paper, and after I finished watching her, I would go and read the textbook, make my own. And then like, since you already watched her and she already explained, like I said, she touches base on everything you need to know, like straight to the point. Then I would read the textbook, and once I was reading the textbook, I would know the information because I already watched her video. So I wouldn't be like stuck there like, like what is this talking about? Like, no, I have already watched her video. So then I would read my textbook, and while I was reading, I'm like, oh, I already know this. Like, I remember like Sarah talking about it. So I wouldn't be like blank before reading the textbook, you know. Then make my own notes, and after I made my own notes, make sure before the test I reviewed those notes 2 times, 3 times sometimes. It depended how many times I had, but I would just make sure for sure I read those questions. Then I would do a lot of practice questions, and at the end I would read this, and I will like, I already know, like this is literally like a little condensed like, how do you say it, like it's just a condensed form of everything that like your professor says, Sarah, the register RN says, and the textbook says. So, and then one last thing I had for med surg was Level Up RN flashcards. I put them here. I would say I like, they help for med surg because it tells you like, you know, like it tells you like asthma, like it tells you what it is, patho, signs and symptoms, labs or diagnostic studies, and then the treatment and what you would teach your patient. So basically like what I just literally said, like the textbook says, it like has it in like these little flashcards. So it also tells you like in a such condensed form what you need to know. So these are Level Up RN med surg flashcards. Okay, they helped also just to kind of like, I guess when I was done like when it was like the day before the test and I had to like refresh on something and like make sure I knew it, like I would read the flashcards. But yeah, that was my process for med surg. I did end with an A in med surg. I don't know how, but I ended with an A. I think I had like a 94 or 93. I don't remember. Pretty sure 93 or 94. But yeah, I ended with an A in med surg. I also ended with an A in my med surg clinical or practicum, however you want to call it. And so yeah. And then my other class was Pharm. The book we had for Pharm was this one. Yeah, this was the book we had for Pharm. I'm going to say Pharm is not bad. I feel like Pharm is all about memorization. So memorizing the drug, memorizing what patients take this or why the patient is taking it, the contraindications, or the cautions, like what patients you have to be cautioned or can't take this medication because of certain thing, the adverse effects or like the drug to drug interactions. So yeah, I basically just have to memorize them. And oh my god, the person that would tell you everything you need to know, Level Up RN. She literally touched base on it, like also like she touched straight to the point base, like what you needed to know for that drug. And her videos are really short, they're like 5 minutes. I also have her flashcards for Pharm. See, I read these, I get these for Pharm. Yeah, Level Up RN Pharm. Her videos are amazing for pharmacology, like amazing. Like they're so short, they're like 5 minutes, and she tells you everything you need to know about that drug, like the most important things you need to know about that drug. And let me show you like a little example. So centrally acting alpha agonist, she'll tell you everything you need to know. in this flashcard and in her video, her YouTube channel. So look at her YouTube videos for pharmacology. They are really, really good. If you can get her flashcards, you don't have to get her flashcards because her videos are everything that says in her flashcards. But you know, like having a physical form always helps you more. So I would always have my physical form, her YouTube video, and my notes from the notes that I had for that drug from my textbook. So this is how I'm going to show you an example of how I think this helped me a lot. How I would do my, so how they will, like, this is what helped a lot. Like, they made charts for the drugs, and that really helped me a lot. Like, I'm sorry, I highlighted everything, okay? So, like for this drug, you know, like, I would put like the therapeutic indications, like why you're using this drug, the kinetics, pharmacokinetics, contraindications, cautions, adverse effects. So this helped me a lot. Like this drug, which is, what is it, this is actually for megaloblastic anemia. So it's like the vitamin B12 and all of that. But yeah, that's what I would do. See, charts, flashcards and charts. That's what I would do for form. And so yeah, well, like, this is just one drug, and I would put, well, I didn't make these, but they helped a lot. The therapeutic indications, kinetics, contraindications, cautions, adverse effects, and drug to drug, all in one chart. I think that helped a lot because you look at the drug a whole itself. So yeah, that's what I would do. All the drugs that I had for farm, they all have a chart. They all have a chart. Look, they all have a chart. But yeah, so for farm, it was just, I don't think the class was hard itself. I promise you, it's just memorization. And like I said, Level Up RN, Kathy, her name's Kathy Parks. Her videos like are short and they're straight to the point. Her flashcards are just like the information she says in her videos. Making like, well, the charts helped me a lot, like I said, because it's like the drug itself, it had all the information you needed to know in the chart for that specific drug. And then I would make like flashcards myself. See, I'll make flashcards myself with the information from the charts, so I could like test myself, since I'm telling you, like, that class is just memorization. Like, it's literally straight memorization. So whatever was on those charts, and like, let's say my teacher, like, or professor, like, everything she would like touch based on from those charts that I have, I will make sure to put that in the flashcards. So literally, like, the flashcards that I have there are everything like from the charts, like because it's just memorization. So I feel like after reading the charts and over again, like, I knew the information, but it's like I didn't know it like top of my head. So I would have to make flashcards, so I could, anywhere I went, I would take the flashcards. I would just be testing myself over the drugs. So yeah, pretty much that's my semester 2 recap. I ended up with all A's, so I got an A in MedSearch, or Adult Health 1. I got an A in Clinicals for MedSearch. I got an A in my elective, which was Student Nurse Success, and I had an A in Pharmacology. So yeah, that's it for my semester 2. I hope that these like tips that I gave y'all, like, that I did, I'm not going to say they're gonna help everyone, because everyone's different, so I don't know, but I really hope they help. And yeah, I just I don't know what to say. But yeah, that's it for my semester 2. I don't think it was as crazy as semester 1. Semester 1 was worse. But I really hope all these tips help you, and wish you the best in your next semester, and Merry Christmas once again. Let me know in the comments or anything, or my Instagram is futurern.teree. I will link it in the description down below, and I will try to put like a picture here or like right here, like what my social media is for you to, you can message me, DM me, or comment down below any questions you have or any other video ideas you have for me. Thank you guys.